Hey guys, this is Matt. I wanted to show you the new in-ear system, the Allen & Heath ME-1. It's replacing the Aviom at a couple of the campuses. So let's just go through the operation. Very similar to the Aviom in that you've got a master level here for everything, as well as 16 different keys, a lot like the Aviom. So it's very similar in that you select what you want, it'll display on the screen. And then use this knob, turn it up or down, and then if you want to pan, you just hold it down, swing it to the left or the right. So very similar. We've got all of our vocals here, keys vocal, MD. When you get to the keys, this group light lights up. That means that within keys, we have multiple sources. You hit the group button, it'll split them out to the multiple sources. We've got piano, keys, and Rhodes. So to turn any one of those up or down, scroll through it, select it by pushing down, and then turning up or down. You can pan it while you're in there by holding it down, and then deselect, and then scroll to whatever else you want. Repeat. So what's important to think about when dealing with groups is you've got two volumes. You've got your overall group volume, which basically turns everything in the group up or down equally, and then you've got the individual volume of everything in that group. So if you're a keyboardist and you're playing the piano, for instance, I would recommend going out to your group, turning it up to this line, so you've got good solid amount of volume on everything, and then adjusting from within there, so you've got a lot of headroom. So going on, we've got our track, drums. Drums are in a group where you've got drum left and right. If I were you, I'd keep those panned out left and right, and then turn them up equally so you have a good representation of the drum kit. We've got our aux tom. We've got aux overhead, drum pad. Electric guitars are in a group, e.g. 1 and 2. Something very important is the aux button here. So within this is a group because the group light lights up. Within this we have a few things. We've got our aux mix, which is the MDs, the speaker mics, videos and whatnot. Very used to that. But then we've got room left and right. These are basically house mics that will allow you to hear couple things. You'll be able to hear the congregation, but you'll also be able to hear the room sound. So basically, if you're a vocalist, I would really recommend being able to hear these room mics decently well, because it'll give you some context for your voice, where your voice doesn't sound completely dry. It'll be kind of like having reverb on your voice, and also you can interact with the room a lot better. So it is a left and a right source, so I would keep these panned out as such and then adjust the volume of them equally. And then again, you've got your overall level for that group. So a couple more things. For storing presets, we've got up above all these buttons, you've got shift functions. So the shift function for this button is store preset. So all you have to do is hold down the shift button, hit store preset, select whichever key you want to put the preset on, and then just hit it again and it'll store it. If you want to name it, hit the key, hit edit, and then you can go through and name it if you'd like. To recall a preset, you just hold down the recall button, and then the ones that have things saved to them will be flashing, and you can hit it to view what it is. If someone named it, for instance, this one's named default. It's like a starting point for the mixer. So when you get here and you don't have one saved, I would recall the default. At any rate, they'll flash, and then to recall whichever preset it is, you just hit it again. So it'll recall everything. And then as long as we're looking at the shift functions here, a really helpful thing is there's a trim all function. So when you hold the shift button down and turn this, it will essentially turn everything across all of the mixer down equally. So it's turning all of these down equally, or up equally. Everything on the mixer. So what's helpful for that is, let's say you're a vocalist, you've got this all the way up, you're like, I still can't get enough volume. So before asking the front of house engineer to boost you, because that'll affect everyone's ears, what I would do is hold the shift button, trim all down, so this turns everything in the mixer down, and then you can boost your master level, therefore giving yourself more headroom while turning everybody else down. So that's a useful function. And then lastly, we have the master button right over here. This will give you your EQ. So you've got your low, your mid, and your high. Other than that, very simple, straightforward. Hope that helps. Oh, one last thing. There's this knob right here, local mic. I would turn this all the way down. That won't be very useful for us in our situation, as we've got mics out in the house, so we won't be using this at all. I've got that disabled at the moment. At any rate, hopefully that helps. If you have any questions, let me know.